Hi everybody, today we will show you how our data replication tool Replicant replicates data from source Oracle to destination Azure Databricks with using Azure ADLS as staging storage. We will show three things: snapshot, CDC replication and then recoveries. What we do is we create CSV files from source database tables in terms of snapshot and real-time operation, and then we use ADLS as staging storage where we upload those CSV files which in turn gets applied to the target Databricks tables. So let's look at what is present in our source Oracle. We already populated a TPCH workload and here are the numbers. So let's see. So here are the tables and their row count. So now let's look at target Databricks. Let's see whether IOBlitz catalog does have any tables, and you can see that IOBlitz has no tables so far. So let's quickly see what is our replicant command that we are going to run. So let's just see the command. Here you can see that our binary takes some configuration files to run its operation. Let's quickly look at what they consist of. At first, the Oracle connection configuration, which takes credentials to connect to the source Oracle instance. Then the Databricks connection configuration. Let's see that. Here you can see you need to provide correct URL, host, port, username and password to connect to the Databricks cluster. We use personal token based authentication to connect, and then we also take credentials for the staging storage, which is ADLS in this case, you can see here, and we also support S3 as staging storage if Databricks is installed in AWS. So then comes to the extractor configuration, which is conf source src Oracle. Let's look at what is it. So there are a lot of configurations, but mainly at the beginning you can see the threads which show the extent of parallelism in snapshot and real-time mode. We can also provide table level specific configurations here, and we provide all detailed documentation specifying all the knobs that we offer. Next comes the appler configuration, which is conf dst Databricks. It is similar to extractor, and here also you can customize the number of threads to customize the extent of parallelism that you want. Then comes the filter file, which is this. Let's see what is it. So here you can list tables here which you need to replicate. Optionally, you can only replicate specific columns of a table, or you can add some condition on top of a table to replicate. So I am only showing some of the configurations. There is a detailed configuration document where you can find each and every knob. Now let's run the binary. We will run the replicant in full mode. That means at first we will complete the snapshot replication, and then we seamlessly move into the real-time replication. After snapshot, we will show the target database situations. Then during real time, we will show how DMLs on source are being replicated to target. So now let's run. So you can already see the dashboard. So here in this dashboard, progress of each table being replicated is shown, and at the top you see there are different indicators. We have elapsed time, which is basically how long the replicant is run, then the average rate, which is basically handling how many rows per second, then lag is the time between adding a row on source and adding a row on target, etc. Now you can see the snapshot is currently running by looking at the progress bar. Some of the table is already done, finished replication, snapshot replication. Some of them, for them it's ongoing. Let's just wait a while for all of them to complete. You can all see this statistics information here. Buffered rows, how many rows are buffered which are going to be applied now. So line item is already done, almost. So you will see that when the snapshot will be done, replicant will seamlessly move into the real-time phase or the where it will catch the CDC operations. So here you can see that the snapshot is complete and you see the dashboard changes. Right now it is in the CDC phase, and you can in real time you can run DMLs on source and that will be replicated on target. So let's first see in Databricks that whether this data is already there on Databricks or not. So at first let's see in data IOBleeds. You can see all the tables. Previously there were no tables, now there are tables, and I have already added this select star for all these tables. Let's just run them. So you can see all these tables, they are populated with the same number of rows that is present on target, present on source. So it's done. Now let's add some DMLs on source in real time. What we will do is we will run a bulk update on source and we will see how that data comes to target. So let's run this. This is an update statement on nation which will change all the rows. Let's see how it is shown on the dashboard. So you can see that for nation table 25 operations are buffered, which soon going to be applied, and this update count should be updated, and you can already see that the updates are on target. So now let's see whether Databricks indeed contains the updated rows. So select count star from IOBleeds nation where comments equal to high. Let's see. And you can see all the rows are already updated with comments equal to high. So real time is working. So next is recoveries. So if replicant is stopped for any reason in real time, when user will resume it, it will start replicating from where it left. So to see that, let's run a bulk update and kill replicant in the middle. When replicant will be resumed, it will start updating from where it left and complete the bulk update. So let's run the same update command but on a table with more rows. So let's run the same update on part table and let's see what the dashboard says. So you can already see that the buffered operations are 2000, and now let's see how these rows are being replicated to target. Whenever some of the rows are replicated, we will kill replicant, and you can already see that 1000 rows are replicated. So we killed replicant, and now what we will do is we will resume the replicant, and the expectation here is replicant now will update the rest 1000 rows to target. It is being done, and at that time just let's run the select command on target. Just let's see what is the status now. You can already see that updated values are 1000 and the buffered rows are 1000, which is, I mean, this, the rest of the 1000 rows are currently going to be replicated on target, and you can already see it is. Let's kill it, and now let's check the Databricks cluster. You can already see here that part table, all the 2000 rows are updated. So in nutshell, we have shown you three things. One is snapshot replication, then CDC replication, and then the recoveries where replicant is able to start from exactly where it left off. So this is it. Thanks everybody for watching.